Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. I'm starting the stream early this evening. I hope everybody's okay with that. Why am I starting the stream early? Well, a couple reasons. First of all, I happen to have a little bit of extra energy from my afternoon left over, so I figured why not why not get started a bit early before you start to get tired again. So we're going to try to ride that wave a little bit, pick it back up with some coffee. It'll all be fine. What else? Okay, well, a quick note here at the start. It's kind of the elephant in the room, or the big brown bear in the room, as the case may be. But obviously, within the last 24 hours, there have been some pretty serious, pretty concerning world events. And while I'm not going to try to pretend like that isn't happening, I don't think that heavy discussion of that whole situation is within the scope of the channel or of this stream in particular. So, well, I do have some very strong feelings about the whole situation. I don't think that's something we're going to be diving into today. So I just wanted to put that out there. I don't think that many people would have the expectation to get into a big political discussion on the stream, but I wanted to say that regardless, I'm not trying to dismiss the whole thing. But it's probably not something we're going to be really digging into today. Instead, we're going to do something sort of on the opposite end of the spectrum. I'm just going to play some Stardew. I was looking around for some other stuff I could do on the stream today. This was not planned very far in advance. And I was thinking, I could try to do some more animation stuff. I just haven't had the Steam for that lately. And then I ended up grabbing Planet Coaster, which is a really fun park building and management game, earlier today, and I was like, maybe I can play that on the stream. But no, my PC can't handle processing the game and also running the capture software and all that stuff. So I had to find a game that was really, really just basic in terms of processing power and visuals and everything. So I'm just gonna start up a new Stardew file here. But first, I will also try to manage. Let's see here. Are we getting this audio? I'm wondering whether or not I should include the game audio here. Maybe we're already getting it through the desktop audio. Here, let's test. I'm gonna pause our music. Yeah, we are. Okay. All right. In that case, I will probably lower the sound effect volume a little bit. We'll keep our music going here. All right. But otherwise, the stream looks all right. I think we're okay on the technical side of things. Sorry about some of the hiccups going on last week. As I explained then, I was not at my place, and there was just a lot of stuff to figure out on the fly, and I kept running into issues there with internet connectivity and stuff. So here we are, back at home, all the usual setup, so hopefully the technical side of things will be relatively pristine for all of you folks. I don't even know if anyone's here right now. Probably not. But yeah, that's the risk of starting early, isn't it? And as for the oh, that's pretty loud. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Okay, I can't change that volume right now, so I'll lower all of the desktop audio for now, and then hopefully it won't be so crazy. Man, that's loud. Okay. What else? Yeah, the title of the stream. Long story short, I finally gave into the hype, the Elden Ring hype, and pre-ordered myself a digital copy on my Xbox the other day. And yeah, as far as I know, I think it will be available to play starting tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific time. I assume that's so that it can be the same time for the different time zones in the mainland U.S. And I'm actually pretty excited about it. My history with the FromSoft games is pretty short, and that's something we can chat about later on. probably when there are people here to actually chat about it. But I'm really looking forward to this game, and I'm going to try to really just put my head down and play as far as I can in long stretches, because I definitely do end up getting intimidated by more difficult games, not by the difficulty itself necessarily, because if you do anything long enough, you can figure it out. Like you can win, but I get very frustrated with games, and I get very tired of just wasting a bunch of time on trying to get better at a game when that skill's not going to translate to anything else in my life. So with Elden Ring, I'm going to try, and it also sounds like it's just a lot more accessible in many different ways, part of which might be just the way the difficulty is managed and presented to the player in Elden Ring. But anyway, let's go ahead and... Man, those sound effects are loud in my ear. Boop. Ooh, they're even loud. My goodness. Sorry. I'm sorry, folks. Okay, that should be relatively quiet in the mix. Ugh. Hi, Purple. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining me. Here we are. I don't think I've even played this since the big giant update. That could be kind of neat. Anyway, let's create our character here. What do you think, Purple? Got any good names in the holster for us to use here? I need a character name, a farm name. Favorite thing is not all that important to me in Stardew. And maybe in the meantime, I'll skip around with some of these other parameters just for fun. Gray eyes. Does anyone have gray eyes like in real life? Is that a thing? Look at that. It's like almost a rose pink. It's kind of nice, huh? Leadline says, "Heyo, hello. I think you changed your username, but I do recognize. I do recognize. Thank you so much for joining us on the stream today. I am killing time playing Stardew, and then later on tonight I'm going to try to play Elden Ring if I haven't fallen asleep yet. So it's pretty exciting for everybody. Hair color. I don't know. The really outlandish hair colors is not usually my thing. What do you think? More of a neutral? That's kind of nice. A greenish gray, a little bit of blue in there. Pants color, also not very important to me. I do want some kind of definition there. What do we got? It's something. I don't know. This is not usually a section that I really try to put a bunch of time into. Is it possible to create a character that looks more or less exactly like one of the NPCs in the game? I think I would actually kind of be into that. Anyway, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing these days? It's been quite a week. It's been quite a week. That's kind of nice. It's like a ponytail that wraps around or something. What is that? Okay. Man, those sound effects. Pants. Ooh, shorts. Yeah. Oh, I don't think we need facial hair on this character, but that's just my thing. Oh, we have several different types of cats and dogs now. Was this the original dog, or was this the original dog? Anyway, I kind of like this cat, so I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, what do we got here? How about... That's pretty good. This is going well already. And the farm... Dooman Farm? I'm just going for something that sounds like aesthetically pleasant, more so than something that's very meaningful. Not really what I'm going for here. Here, let's switch it to some Animal Crossing music. I should just power through this character creation. It's not the most important thing. And I do want to pick one of the new farms. I think the beach farm is probably the newest one, right? Let's do beach farm. Good foraging and fishing, and tons of open space. Sometimes supply crates wash up on shore. However, sprinklers don't work in the sandy soil. I don't like that. I'm not into that. Is it all sand, though? What is my favorite thing? My favorite thing is that's a good question. What is Darstew's favorite game, rather? Not favorite game, favorite thing. How about very wholesome. Very wholesome. Let's stick with that. Okay. Whatever. Let's just do Beach Farm. I mean, I might not do, I might not keep this file forever. Let's just have some fun. Let's do something different. Let's go. Here we go. I should probably mute the music, huh? Are we getting music here? No, we're not. Never mind. Okay, here we are with Grandpa. That's right. Oh, thank you. Oh, there it is. Oh. Don't open it yet. Have patience. I'm just hitting enter over and over. But yeah, how's things? This is definitely a game I can play on autopilot, so I can just chat. But what's going on? What's going on other than the obvious? What have people been up to? Has anybody engaged with, watched/interacted with Cat Burglar? I did that video a few days ago. I have no idea how the video is doing. But I was pretty excited about Cat Burglar on Netflix. I think it's available everywhere. But it's pretty darn good. It's pretty darn good just as a piece of animation. As a game, quote unquote, it's nothing all that special. But yeah, just visually, music, voice acting, it's a real treat, I think. And earlier today, I got to watch a behind the scenes video that I think Netflix released about 2 days ago, where it was, a sort of jokey behind the scenes thing where the narrator acts like it's, the 40s or the 50s. And one of the animators is like dressed up in period costume, sort of, and it's very jokey. Cat Burglar is a comedy show, a comedy experience, so that made sense. But it was good. You didn't learn too much really about the making of, other than just the influences, which were summed up more or less as Tex Avery. Charlie Brooker guy really likes Tex Avery, and he's like, yeah, I love Tex Avery. I wanted to do something in that style, and this is what we made. But yeah, I really enjoyed Cat Burglar. Cuphead show, not quite as much. I guess we haven't talked since the Cuphead show video. I don't think so, anyway. And what else happened? What else was new lately? We had. Well, what have I been watching? I watched all of Downton Abbey in like a week, just because. That's the whole thing. So I did that. It's so loud. I haven't watched the Downton Abbey movies yet, and there's a new one coming out that doesn't look very good. What else is going on? Is anything else releasing super soon? I still haven't watched the new season of Disenchantment. Just haven't gotten around to it. Oh, good. I skipped that little intro bit. Okay. Thank you. And immediately I need to... Yep, thanks. I need to mess with these settings because, my lord... Okay. Nope. No music. Thank you. Sound can be down here. It's so loud in my headphones. Okay. I think we're okay now. Let me press some buttons to get some levels here. Okay, that should be okay. Someone let me know if like the audio is terrible in the game stuff here, but I think we're okay. Let's explore. This is the beach farm. I've never done the beach farm before. Okay. So it's all sand, huh? Oh boy. So if you can't use sprinklers, is this like a hard mode of sorts? Like I need sprinklers. I'm not gonna not use sprinklers. I'm just gonna, I guess I should go to town and like introduce myself to people, huh? How about we'll spend some of our energy first, and then we can go to town. Cause it's only 7:20 a.m. We got nothing, it's fine. We got tons of time. Okay. The hoe does not use as much energy as some of the other tools, so that's very much appreciated. Okay, grab this. See, getting rid of these rocks, that's where we really, yeah, that's where we start to chip away at that energy meter. Yeah, I might need to look up some guides even of just like how do people how do people manage the beach farm. So how did other people feel about the Cuphead show? I have not been reading comments on my videos for a little while now, so I'm not super sure of the response to each one. I assume a lot of the response to the Cuphead video was kind of negative, but that's just a guess. That's a wild guess from me, based on my track record on YouTube. But yeah, how did other people feel about it? Were people liking Cuphead show? I've definitely seen a lot of clips popping up over the last, I guess, just the last few days. People have really been, you know, doing re-uploads basically of different scenes and clips and stuff, and saying, "Oh, no copyright intended," but you know, then they go ahead and get a few 100,000 views. I think some of those little clips are close to 1 million views already. Like it's just crazy. And I mean, I'm glad. I'm always glad when people enjoy a thing, especially something as innocuous as the Cuphead show. But I don't know. I shared my thoughts already, didn't I, in that video? Okay. What do I? Yeah. So we're almost out of energy. So let's just. I mean, I guess we should go ahead and plant, right? Let's plant some stuff. And that's where the sprinkler would go, but apparently we can't do that. Okay. Yeah, so if we don't need to account for... Oh, sorry, I need to turn on this as well. This. Thank you. Perfect. Do that real quick. Oh, are we going to have enough energy to water, or are we going to pass out? We might pass out. Nope, we're fine. Equip this so that if I swing it by accident, we're not using a bunch of energy. Yeah, look, we're like almost dead. Getting started, cultivate and harness apart. Yep, working on it. And then I need to greet all the people. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I've spent more than enough time with this game. I can just cruise through it at this point. Let's talk to as many people as we can get, but I'm not super worried about that in this run. Can I break in? Yep. Hello, Harvey, right? Yep. Hello, goodbye. Anybody else in here? I probably shouldn't be running around a doctor's office, but that is okay. Excuse me. Okay. Hello. Hello. Oh, I have to talk to him like this. Alright, talk to Leah. Okay. I don't know if I can go back here. I guess so. Not there. Can I put out the fireplace? Nope. There's the weird cult temple. Yeah. Oh, everybody just blocking my way. Thanks, folks. May as well look at the thing. Yep. Okay. And slightly to the right. Okay, great. Thank you. Nothing is on the bulletin board. Come here. Okay. I probably won't call you Granny, but, you know, thanks for the offer. I think that's enough greet. Oh, one more greet. Oh, I wasn't... Sorry, I was... That's the first impression for you. Leadline says, I'm planning on skiing soon. Oh, very exciting. That's really cool. I've actually never skied or snowboarded in my entire life. The closest I've gotten is doing like the... we had places back home that were like, you know, sled slopes, right? So you pay whatever admission fee and you get your little saucer sled and you get to go down these tracks, and they'd have little ramps and stuff like that. But that's the most I ever did, like, in that vein. I do kind of want to do some skiing specifically. Something about the idea of snowboarding bothers me, just because you feel more constricted. Obviously, people who are really good at it probably don't feel constricted. It just feels very natural. But the idea of my feet being attached to each other sounds uncomfortable. So I feel like I would rather ski, even though skiing can also be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. But I don't know. I think it'd be a lot of fun. We do have some places for that. Here in California, of course, we have everywhere up north, basically. I was in around Lake Tahoe back in December, and that's obviously a huge skiing and snowboarding spot. That was pretty cool, although I didn't do any skiing up there. But that's rad. How long have you been skiing for? Are you like a pro, or are you going down like the Black Diamond routes and stuff like that? I think I'm gonna put my character to sleep. I've got like nothing else to do. Unless I can craft something. Can I craft a chest? No, I need 50 wood. I'll never have 50 wood in my life. Okay. Let's go. What does the television say? Fortune teller. Good humor. All right. Thank you. Planning on doing any more animation Leadline? I don't think I've been on the channel for a little bit, so I haven't quite seen what you've been up to lately. I mean, I guess the good thing is that we have water sources all over the place on this farm, unless you can't use salt water to water crops, which would make sense. Is this fresh water? Worked just fine, didn't it? To the beach at before 5 p.m. Okay, I mean, I guess we can go do that. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Purple says, I've seen people play Elden Ring on stream, so are you waiting for it to download? No, I'm not. I'm waiting for the official release here. Over in European territories, I think they had it like as of this morning or something. That's where I've seen most people have it. Obviously, reviewers had early copies as well, and some other folks were playing the network tests from a few weeks back. I did not. I didn't even know those were happening at the time. So no, it's downloaded, but yeah, at least on the Xbox, it's saying, yeah, sorry, you can't play until what is it? You can't play until 9 p.m. Pacific time. So I have to wait until 9 p.m. But yeah, I've already seen a decent amount of footage. Thankfully, I haven't seen like any spoilery stuff, things like that. I've just seen clips, early areas, stuff. I watched Arlo's review. He called it a full review of Elden Ring. I guess he got an early copy. So I've seen that. I've watched some of the Skill Up review. So I've seen a decent amount, but it was basically just enough to get me interested and say, okay, I'm going to buy a full price game. Like, it's just going to happen, which I don't do very often at all. And yeah, and it was also a very specific choice to go with the Xbox rather than just getting it on Steam. Sorry, I'm going to skip this because I've seen it many times. Does this count as greeting you? Cool. All right. Nope. Please move. Please move. Nope. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that. Leadline says, I'm learning how to use Blender. Oh, boy. I admire that for sure. I generally have pretty positive feelings about Blender. For anyone who's not aware, Blender is a free and open source piece of, well, it does a lot of things, but it's mainly animation software for 3D animation, 3D modeling. It's not the most advanced, of course, in that area, but like I said, it's free. However, and I think this is partially because it's an open source program, I've found it very, very difficult to learn. So I really do respect anyone who like is willing to put in the time, you know, to actually learn all the systems and the UI and everything. Like, I find it very intimidating. And in the past, I haven't used Blender at all for 3D animation, but I have used it for, what do you call it? I've used it for compiling 2D animated stuff back when I used to animate right on like physical paper. So it's been quite a while since I've really been involved with Blender, but it is really powerful if you're, you know, willing to put the time in. Thankfully, there are also just tons and tons of tutorials, so you know it's not like you're fending for yourself out there or anything. But yeah, Blender's great. Blender's great. I don't know. I've never put in the time, like I said. But that'll be cool. You can make some really cool stuff with Blender, and yeah, even just as an entry point into 3D animation. So many opportunities. Yeah, so much room for creativity. It's really exciting. Earth Crystal. Sure, I'm not going to have it, but whatever. Whatever. I'll say that I'll do it. Have I talked to you before, Robin? Hello. Have I talked to you, Emily? I do think I have. How much cash do we have? Not a lot. I mean, we're investing everything in farming for sure. Purple says, I thought you meant like a smoothie blender. I mean, hey, that's fun too. Although I do think those are a lot easier to figure out than the software program. I don't even have a smoothie blender. I've every time I see one on the television or in the store or something, like, oh yeah, I'll get one of those. I'll make smoothies all the time. Never happens. That never happens. Maybe one day I'll get and use a blender. Nah. What's like a basic smoothie? Like bananas, strawberry, ice. What else do you put in a smoothie? I know people put in what, like chia seeds and stuff like that. I don't know. No, over there. Wasting water out here. Come on now. Let's get rid of this tree. Yeah, I'm not planning the farm in an especially strategic way. I'm just like, anything. We just got to make some cash. Any real estate we have here is going to be dedicated to farming without sprinklers. I'm still a little upset by that. But yeah, I mean, Blender's free. I like even if you don't have an especially powerful computer, I highly recommend just anybody downloading it just to like mess around with it. I think it's a lot of fun just to kind of, you know, experiment with the whole thing. Yeah, let's focus on getting some wood here because I need to build a chest to put stuff in because our pockets are nothing right now. Yeah. Let me turn down this music a little bit. Okay. There we are. Yeah, our energy is just dropping. See, so it's good to have food in hand, and I don't. It's a whole thing. There we go. Oh, hold on. I can't see the chat. There we go. Okay. I think this is going to be our last tree of the day. This is really taking up some energy, huh? Now it's 6 o'clock. Now I'm on time for the stream. Yeah, that was like everything. Oh, but we have it now. Let's make it. We don't need any fences yet. We'll make some torches as well after I put this chest down right here. Put that in there. Don't need stones right now or clay. We'll make some torches. Keep it nice and cozy at nighttime. How we doing on resources here? That's enough. Okay. Yeah. In case we're coming home late at night, you know, be able to find our way. And we don't have our cat yet. That should be pretty soon. Put one up here on the deck. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Put it up here. Yes. There we go. Just wanted to get rid of those. Sell some sap, I suppose. Whatever. Make as much room in our pockets as possible. Move this over here, since it's one of our key tools. And we're going to scythe away some of these weeds and such. Leadline says, my family used to own a big cabin in the mountains, so I skied a lot when I was young. That's rad. That's really cool. That almost sounds like an ideal situation. I think that's awesome. Honestly, anyone who has like a lake cabin or a mountain cabin or stuff, that's like almost a fantasy of mine at this point. Just like somewhere very removed. I'm very much into that. But yeah, up in the mountain, oh my gosh, real close, just ski wherever. Well, I don't know if you can ski wherever. That would probably be pretty dangerous. But that's awesome. You must be pretty good then, if you've been skiing that long. How many rocks can we get without passing out? Getting some coal, that's not bad. And I'm going to get rid of all of it. Right here. Plant those seeds, huh? Geode, I'll take care of that later. Here we go. 3. Cool. Actually, let me rearrange a little bit here. I have my preferences for all these tool slots, my hotkeys, etc. Have we done as much as we can today? It's 5:40, whatever. We're going to sleep. That's basically what I do in real life anyway. There we go. Not terrible. Day 3. Okay. All right. Oh, raining. That means I don't have to water the plants. Hey, get out. No, already? Wow, that stinks. What is this? Yeah, I got to upgrade for however much it costs. It costs a bunch, right? Like 10,000 or something. Okay, so I need a scarecrow ASAP, apparently. And I don't even have the recipe. What? My poor crops. Whatever. Okay. Okay. What is our plan for the day? I guess forage, right? If we forage a bunch of stuff and sell that off, I think that's a pretty good plan. I'll break that later. Okay. Yeah, let's go forage for some stuff. Get some cash going. Anything up here? Nope. Okay. Yeah, skiing, certainly skiing rather than snowboarding. Oh, I missed a daffodil there, didn't I? But yeah, haven't really done either. Sledding was a lot of fun. I mean, you know, obviously you don't have a ton of control unless you're doing something like bobsledding or something, which would also be fun and terrifying, I assume. I have never, I've never done that either, but it seems pretty intense. And of course, we had the Winter Olympics, so I think all that stuff is just top of mind right now. Not that I was really tuned into the Winter Olympics this time around. Get some fiber, but I would really prefer stuff that I can sell for more money. Do some fishing, yeah. We could do that. Yeah, let's do some of this. Oh, it's a terrible rod, though. It's going to be tough. This is the life. I'm going to re-upload this later as, like, Stardew Valley ambient vibes with rain sounds. Chill music for work/study/sleep/focus. Oh, this is all right. Cool. Smallmouth bass. Fishing was never really something I got into either. I don't know about anybody else. It's just, I don't know. I guess it's relaxing if you know what you're doing and like you can get set up pretty quickly. But as a kid, whenever we went fishing, I just, I don't know. It was a lot of work just to get set up. And then once you're set up, you're mostly just sitting around. So it's like hurry up and wait in a way. But I know plenty of people who are big into fishing. I have some siblings who are big into fishing, all that kind of stuff. So I respect it, but it's not necessarily my biggest area of interest. That was a terrible cast. Animal Crossing. That's the most fishing I've done in probably my entire life. Hundreds of hours I've spent fishing in Animal Crossing games. This is great. I understand why everybody on the planet streams Stardew Valley. This is just like, oh, sorry, I thought that was the thing. Yeah, it's pretty easy to handle and also still talk to people. What is another water source for me to? Oh, there we go. Oh. Yeah, I do need to expand the inventory for sure. I'll drop this stuff off at the farm, and then we'll come back, hopefully. Yeah, it's still the morning. We got tons of time. Maybe clean some stuff up here. The line says, in Norway, a lot of people have a place in the mountains, and they are called a hitta? I'm sorry. I apologize. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I am not familiar with the Norwegian language in any way, shape, or form, so I don't know the first thing about how to pronounce that, so I apologize. But that's interesting. I guess that makes sense, at least based on my general knowledge of Norway and the Scandinavian nations. But that's pretty cool that it's just sort of a normalized thing, you know? Like, oh yeah, we all got cabins, you know, head up there very casually for like a weekend or something. That would be so cool. Out here, I don't know. I mean, there are definitely plenty of people who have, you know, cabins, vacation homes and stuff. It is, it's, it's California after all, but yeah, a lot of them are like, they'll have a place in like Big Bear or something, and you can look up like photos of Big Bear online and stuff. I think it's kind of goofy just because like it's ironically just so artificial, that you just have like, oh, there's the lake, and then there's just a bunch of awkward cabins smushed next to each other, and it looks junky, and like you're not isolated because you're just you're in the midst of dozens and dozens of other cabins. I don't like personally see the appeal of that. So yeah, like you're saying, when you mention a cabin up in Norway, or the actual term that I can't pronounce, I'm picturing something much more secluded, or at least relatively so. And that would be much more appealing to me personally, I think. Can I fish right on my own farm? Like, will I get anything decent from that? Let's put this stuff away real quick. Get rid of these real quick. The OCD is kicking in. Let's see what we get here. Come on. Come on. What do we got? I hope it's not junk. It's easy enough to be junk. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, no, no. Why is it? Oh, because of my mouse cursor? That's dumb. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so skiing and snowboarding, maybe one day I'll get into that, have a chance to like get more invested in that stuff, snow sport. But yeah, just haven't so far for sure. I guess it can also be kind of expensive if you really want to invest in it, or if you're not doing it like, more than a couple times a year. But it does remind me, if you ever want like a fun, relatively short movie about ski jumping specifically, I highly recommend the Werner Herzog movie, The Great Ecstasy of the Woodcarver Steiner. It's great. It's one of his more famous ones. I think it's only like maybe 45 minutes long or something like that. I also think it's one of the Herzog documentaries where he just straight up like makes some stuff up, which he's sort of notorious for and very open about. But it's just a fun movie, honestly. It's a very interesting idea, and just the weird coincidence of, this professional ski jumper guy, this competitive ski jumper man, who also happened to be really into like wood carving and sculpture. That's just great. That's just so cool. I think it made for a good subject for a documentary, All right, come on. Gotta get that money coming in now. Here we go. Hey. I was never in Norway. The closest I got was Sweden, but I've heard some different things about how Norway and Sweden feel about each other. So I probably can't really directly compare them. But yeah, I was in Stockholm for a little bit, way back when. That was pretty neat. It was a fun trip for sure. Did I go to Liechtenstein? I don't think so. I almost went to Liechtenstein. But that's east anyway, isn't it? Here we go. Come on. Come on. Beautiful. Still have some energy. Okay. We're doing okay. Uh-huh. There it is. Whoa. Uh-oh. We're not going to get this one. Oh. He's going to jump. He's going to jump. Oh. Hey. Ooh. Eel already. I'm going to hang on to that guy for later because I'm pretty sure he's a bit rare. Actually, in general, I should be hanging on to one of each fish species for our collectathon later. So I unfortunately won't be able to reap the rewards, the financial benefits of catching an eel, but that's okay. Can maybe catch a couple more. Yeah? Yeah, maybe fishing will just be my bread and butter in this kind of farm, right? What else can you do? I'm sure there are guides. Stardew Valley Beach Farm, 1 million in 2 seasons. Come on. Just junk. All right, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, I think that's it. All right. This is a nice little cabin too, isn't it? This little beachside cottage thing. Ah, there we go. Fishing level up. Yes. Okay. You know, it's all right. Sorry, my coffee was getting cold. No rain. I'm not too happy about that. Come on. Just using up all my energy on watering the crops. Got to keep these beans alive for sure. Those could pay off. Okay, well, there's that. I guess, yeah, I should go buy some more crops, huh? All right, what do we got here? Anything good here that I can grab? I can grab that daffodil. I can grab whatever this is. Oh, that's not bad. I think those have to be planted near water, though, right? Yeah. Liveline says, I usually can't catch one of your streams because they start pretty late for me. This time I happen to be staying up late. Oh, cool. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I also don't, I also don't want to keep you up too late. So it's, it's cool. It's cool to split. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. And in general, like I've toyed around with the idea of trying to stream at different times, just because we do have people in different time zones or just people with different schedules in general. So I think it would be a good idea to do that. I just haven't lately, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad. I did want to start a little bit early today, so we'll catch a few more people, have a chance to stop in, that kind of thing. But yeah, and who knows how long I'll stream. I doubt that I'll stream up until the release of Elden Ring for me. I don't think I could keep it going for that long. But yeah, no, that's good. This is a nice way to spend the evening anyway, I think. All right, man. Got to get to the store, fish. If you could hurry it up. What do we got? What is that? Smallmouth bass again? Excuse me. I need to say hello to you. Hello, Maru? Something like that. Now can I go in? Yes. All right. I'm going to sell you the smallmouth bass. Oh, I can't? Does only Willie buy those? I'm not going to sell you those. Those are mine. What's the highest yield crop for spring in Stardew Valley? How does that work out? Let's get some tulips, whatever. Kale. Takes 6 days to mature. Harvest with the scythe. Those are too expensive for me right now. How much money do I have? I have a lot of money. jazz. I don't know. This is going to be way too much to harvest, right? I should spend even more. This is going to be a nightmare to maintain. Okay, well, let's do it. Let's try it out. See what we can get here. Maybe that'll be the goal. See how much progress we can make just in the length of one stream. I'm sure it won't be too much, but hey, it's worth trying. Okay. All right. I already feel like we're running out of real estate. There we go. This. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Plant near a body of water. Yeah, so I can't do those here. How about some jazz seeds? Tulips. Okay. It'll also be pretty key to upgrade this this watering can as soon as possible, because apparently we're going to be using it a whole lot. Okay. Okay. So let's refill this. Man, yep, see, look, our energy is just gone. Okay, yeah, let's try to plant these, the rice stuff, huh? How closely can I plant it? Will this count as a, like, is this close enough to a body of water? Let's see what we get. Seems like it, yeah. And then I don't think I even need to water them, right? Yep, cool. All right, see, we're moving now. We're getting things going. That's a lot of parsnips. Maybe I'll stick with those for now and wait for some space to open up, because this is going to be a real pain to water every day. Okay. I will hang on to one smallmouth bass for later, just for safekeeping. Still have a ton of time in the day, huh? Let's just use up our energy to clean some stuff up here. This one's kind of blocking our view, so let's get rid of that. Come on. And I think that's it. Yeah, everything else is going to take a lot more energy. Okay. Grab that as well. Thank you. Where are we going to put the animals? Anyway. Oh, yeah, let me clear out my inventory before I go exploring. There we go. Oh, horseradish. Yes, please. Okay. Oh, hello, bunny rabbit. Take that leak. Does foraging consume energy? I don't think so. Let's talk to the dad. Demetrius, hello. Can I trigger this cutscene yet? With the community center? Nope, I cannot. That's that settled. Oh, yeah, the foraging's going well today. Oh, hello. I forget your name, but hello, Haley. How many people have I introduced myself to now? What was this for? Catfish? I have not caught a catfish. Haven't done that yet. It's only, oh my goodness. Were more people added? Am I running mods? I might be running mods. I forget. Okay. This is all right. I don't think I talked. Did I talk to Caroline before? I don't think so. Oh, come back. Emily, I married her in one of the runs. I forget which one, but you know. Hello. Oh, no, I need to talk to you from behind the bar. He's working. I'm just interrupting him like this. Hello, Gus. Goodbye, Gus. Oh, I need to talk to the mayor and Penny. Goodbye. Football man. Hello. I'll talk to Penny's mom. Oh, there she is. I was gonna say I'll talk to her later on, but she just happened to swing by. I'm gonna try to get up to the mine. I think something's blocking our way this early on in the game, but we're gonna give it a shot anyway, just because. Okay, yep, here we are. Already talked to Robin and Demetrius. Get some more of whatever this is. A leak, of course. Is the homeless man hanging around? Yes, he is. I should talk to him too. Oh man, we're gonna make so much money from scavenging today. Linus, goodbye, Linus. I'm busy. I'm doing very important things. Yeah, so this is blocked, and I can't even talk to him. Okay. And that's pretty much the day, isn't it? 6 p.m. already. Sorry, needed to adjust the level a bit there. Yeah, I need a better system for that. Okay. Is there anything in here yet? I don't think so, right? Nah, it's just an empty cave right now. Okay. All this stuff is in the way. Yeah, let's clear out the inventory here. I need to save... No, just one of those. One of each. Yeah, that should be it. Okay. Okay, yep, so all these off. Silver stars should get us some kind of money. I think that's it. Yeah, if we do use any more energy, we're done. We're done for. I don't know how I feel about that bench up there by the window. I don't know if I would have chosen that personally. Okay, wild seed, field snack. Yeah, we're getting better at foraging, you betcha. That's decent. That's not terrible. These headphones are starting to give me grief. It's starting to be a little bit more annoying. Okay, no rain, of course not. Oh, we got some parsnips though. Joja Mart stuff, don't worry. I do not think this is a Joja Mart run. All this stuff, thank you. Cool. That's a good start. That'll get us some cash. Just one of those. And water everything else. Yeah, I think parsnips are what, 4 days, right? 4 days to harvest. Okay, yep. There we are. I'm glad we haven't had any more crows. That was very upsetting on like the second day. Oh, sorry. Purple says, is that Stardew or Stardust Valley? I don't remember the game's name. Kind of in between both of those names. It's Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley. So very close to Stardew and Stardust, kind of. Maybe it's a portmanteau of Stardust and, you know, Badoo, everybody's favorite Pokemon. Oh. I can't get them back, huh? Oh, there we go. I wanted to hang on to a couple of them to give me some energy, because they give us some kind of energy. So with that energy, now today can be cleaning up day. Oh boy, look at all this. Build a coop. I'm nowhere near that, man. I'm nowhere near that right now. Okay, yeah, let's chop down some trees with the axe tool. Thank you. Can't cut down too many trees, though, because that's when you run into supply issues, you know? Cool, cool. Yeah, this is a resource gathering day for sure. Yeah, I've heard there's a decent amount of, like, resource gathering and crafting in Elden Ring, and I suppose that's par for the course when it comes to open world stuff, but it seems like a departure for FromSoft games. I don't know if did Sekiro have some kind of crafting in it? I feel like there was some kind of resource gathering there, but it's been so long since I played that game that I don't know. Okay, and then let's eat one of these parsnips. Yes, please. And another. And now we can cut down like 2 more trees. Cool. This is not bad. We're getting our little farm going. Let's try to... Actually, you know what? Let's try to buy some more seeds, unless they're closed today. Are they closed on Fridays? I forget the shop's hours. Or rather, their weekly schedule, but yeah. I'm not doing any quests right now. Oh, there we go. Community center is happening. Can I do that right now? Maybe I can do that after the store. I gotta run my errands before I greet the local spirits. Okay, it is open today. Thank you. And how much is this? Only 2,000. That's not terrible. Let's just do, yeah, let's do 10 of those. That'll be fine. Okay. Now can I do the community center thing? That was not the right way to go. Hello. Where do I go to talk to the spirits? Aha. Of course. Does that? No, that's not it. Did I do it? Did I complete the quest? Have I dived deep enough into the community center? Maybe I do it the next day or something. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. We're here. We know what's going on. We'll be back. Gotta plant some more parsnips. That's very important. And also do this. Cool. I'm gonna drop these. I shouldn't, but I want to pick up these seeds. So yeah, what else has been going on? Yeah, honestly, I know there were a bunch of animated things coming out soon that I haven't really gotten into. Somebody last week brought up, what do you call it? Somebody brought up the Chip and Dale movie, the title of which I've already forgotten, which might tell you something about my general feelings on that movie. But that is a thing. I've even considered like making a video about that Chip and Dale movie. I do think there's a decent amount to talk about there. And in general, I would say that it seems so far, just based on that one little trailer, it does seem like, I'll say mildly more interesting than a lot of the contemporary Disney live action / CG remakes of classic cartoons or movies or whatever. They are clearly directly referencing, what do you call it? Roger Rabbit, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. They are just, it's trying to be as self-aware as possible, which that's not a bad thing on its own. But in my opinion, I think a lot of times, especially over the last, 10 years or so of professional screenwriting for big Hollywood movies, I think that self-awareness, either in just like the premise or character dialogue or whatever, I think it can be kind of a crutch and a way to either like shrug off a premise that's not very good to begin with, or like characters that aren't especially strong. And if you're self-aware, it kind of serves as like a defense, right? It's a defense against criticism. If someone's being really, if a movie is being really self-aware to a painful degree, I think it's less likely that people will come after it. And that's fine. I mean, I'm not looking to go after the throat of this Chip and Dale movie. There we go. But self-awareness isn't ultimately a good excuse to keep doing like lackluster remakes and rehashes of these old properties that just have any amount of name recognition. So like in general, the concept of this Chip and Dale movie bothers me. Like I still have issues with it. But I have a feeling that by the time it comes out, either it'll be genuinely funny and, people actually be into it, which is fine. That's cool too. Or it'll be really mediocre and pretty much what we expected, but people will be less hard on it because of the self-aware aspect. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I don't know. Those are the two outcomes, two likely outcomes that I see here. And I'm still not especially excited. I'm a little bit curious. And in particular, one thing that I found out in doing some very cursory research on that Chip and Dale movie during the stream last week is just that like a shocking number of people involved with the movie in different departments happen to be SNL alumni, which is interesting. I mean, obviously, of John Mulaney, who wrote for SNL. I think it's the writers, the co-writers of the movie, are possibly SNL vets too, which is okay. All right, man. Sure, why not? And I'm not like I'm not a big fan of SNL generally. It's not my favorite thing. But it's hard to deny just like the talent that you can see on display in many different departments of SNL throughout the years. So like there is this slim chance in my mind that this Chip and Dale movie, the title of which I still can't remember, is actually going to be pretty good, or that it's just plain funny. Like I would be down with that. I would not mind that at all. Just a funny movie. Like I if it succeeds in that way, I think the comparable example would be something like Guardians of the Galaxy, where it's not like anyone had any special affection for the source material, certainly not among the general public. I know, plenty of people do love Chip and Dale as characters in the show they used to have and all that kind of stuff, but if it's just plain funny and it doesn't depend, your enjoyment of the movie doesn't depend heavily on your prior knowledge of like Chip and Dale as characters or their various movies and shows and such, I would be fine with that. I'm down to just watch an enjoyable movie. You know what I mean? So I'm curious. I don't have very high hopes of for the whole thing. I'm not expecting to be blown away by it at this stage, and I don't even remember the release date. But I'm kind of keeping my fingers crossed that it'll be better than I expected, for sure. But yeah, in terms of some of the nitpicks and the aspects of it that we've seen so far that I just don't like. Some of the casting decisions I'm not a big fan of, especially when it comes to some of the lead roles. And again, I mean, like, the self-awareness could be a win if it's executed very well. At the same time, it could come across as just very annoying and overdone. And even just that element of one of the big gags that they've already communicated through the trailer and the log line and all this stuff is that either Chip or Dale, I forget which one and I don't really care, has gotten a CGI facelift, CG like plastic surgery. So, okay, it's an LA joke, it's a Hollywood joke of like, oh, you know, these aging stars, they want to still look their best even as they get older and older. But like, but that also tips off like a sense of humor that I don't think will jive with me especially well. I'll say that much about it, I guess. But that was a surprise for sure. Hearing about that trailer and actually digging into it and stuff, like I was not expecting them to revive that property. Outside of this more general expectation that like Disney will eventually resurrect basically every property that has any amount of name recognition. On that level, it's expected. But beyond that, no. Oh, I need the foraging stuff. Silly me. What about my farming bundle? This is all just foraging, huh? Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I can't really do anything here now, can I? Oh, it's only noon. I could go get the foraging stuff. I think I have all 4 of those, so I can slot those in, get some kind of reward, hopefully. But yeah, what else is coming out? I mean, that Bob's Burgers movie is coming out eventually. I think that's Memorial Day weekend. I'm reasonably interested in the Bob's Burgers movie, I suppose. Oh, look, they say hi with Bubbles now. I'm going to say hi to this child. Who's Dan? Oh, I remember Dan now. I think he was added later on. Right? No, he's an original character. Anyway. Yeah, Bob's Burgers movie, so it's what, May or June? And what else we got? We have the Pixar, I think the new Pixar movie comes out kind of soon, right? I think that might be like, March? Someone please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong there. Oh, I'm missing one of the foraging items, but that's okay. That's all right. What else is Pixar and Disney? They have, okay, so they did Encanto, but Disney Animation has to have something else slated for this year, right? Even if it's going to be as late as like holiday season, there's got to be something else. So I guess that's up in the air. Anything else? I mean, it's not animated, but I think that Uncharted movie came out. I think the response has been pretty negative so far, and I'm not super surprised by that. I can say that much. Here we go. Yes, I'm missing Dandelion right now. But I can do these guys. Cool. And I think, is the farming slate up here yet? No, I have to finish the foraging one first. Okay. Guess I could try to forage some more today. See what we can find out here. Alright. Introduce myself to Mr. Blacksmith, whose name is Clint, I think. There's a daffodil, but I need a dandelion. Hello. Can't really do much with you right now. Goodbye. Gonna root through your trash real quick. Nothing. Nothing for me here. Come on, guys. Oh, I already talked to Harvey. Okay. A dandelion would be pretty cool right now. I've talked to Willie before. I have not talked to this guy yet. Elliot, that's it. Goodbye. Get some of these shells and such. Yes. Hang on to those for later. Is that it? I think that's it down here. Oh, there we go. Have a couple to sell. Yeah. Okay. Here we are. Hello, Leah, again. How you doing? How are things? Oh, I'm not going to have anybody to dance with at the flower festival, huh? I have not been working with the villagers one bit. Not even a little bit. Nope. No dandelion for me. What do dandelions represent in the, like, flower symbolism category? Ooh, yeah, absolutely. Because what, daisies? Aren't daisies, like, joy or new love or something like that? Harry! Oh, no! Hold on, I gotta get rid of something. I'll get rid of these. We don't need those right now. Quick, let's go to the community center as quickly as we can. Okay. Don't have a horse mount yet either. Ugh, it's like moving through molasses here. Which way to go? I'll go this way. Hi, Gene. What's up? Having a nice time hanging out by the heater? Yeah? It's been very cold here lately in LA, so we've been trying our best just to stay warm, basically. Yeah, I think it was down to like 36 degrees last night. I don't know why it's asking for all this stuff from the cave when I can't even go there yet. Maybe I can go there now. I don't know. I'll check after this. Yes, here we are. Okay. Finish this off. Beautiful. Okay. Give me my present. Oh, tons of spring seeds. That's awesome. And there's our new plaque thingy we can contribute toward. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Hello, little guy. Okay, let's try. Yeah, it's getting late, but that's okay. Let's try to run up, see if we can get in the mine yet. Probably not. And then we'll go back home. There's Demetrius. Why did I think it was just Dimitri? Oh, there's Leah. No, not Leah. Uh-oh. Cutscene? Yeah. I guess I'll get rid of the oyster. I think I have another one. Okay. Done with that for now. But cool, now we can go mining. Very lucrative activity and also dangerous in Stardew Valley. I kind of like Stardew better, I think. How much money are we gonna bet that Dune does not win Best Picture at the Oscars? Like, has there ever been a genre movie that won Best Picture? I'd have to look that up, but I don't. I guess, like, I think Lord of the Rings Return of the King, I think that won Best Picture? Maybe? Won a bunch of stuff. What am I doing here? Put these away. Put one of these away. Sell the rest. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, try to craft our scarecrow. Wood, coal, fiber. Do I have 50 wood? Probably. Wood. Coal. Fiber. Alright. Go here. Like this guy. Now I have nowhere to put it. Can I just place it right away? I'll just leave those there. Cool. That should be a decent radius. Nope. Those. Should I try to plant? I do have a ton of energy. I should probably try it. Okay, let's do it. Let's plant some stuff. Yeah, I think Return of the King had Best Picture. I can't look it up right now, of course. And outside of that, I don't know. Maybe something science fiction-y has won Best Picture in the past. I could see that. But outside of those, I honestly don't know. It's just a thing, isn't it? Was Mad Max even, was Fury Road nominated for Best Picture that year? What was it, 2014, 2015? Something like that? And here, and here, and here. Oh, we're getting it all done. It's only 10 p.m. Just doing some late night farming. The watering's what really gets us, isn't it? Okay. Okay. Gonna run out of water on the last one. Oh, we did it. We did it just fine. Okay, that's enough for the night, I think. All right, go to sleep here. Yes. Now we're bringing in the cat. Well, it's not that much, but we'll get there. We'll get there for sure. All right. Oh, rain! Thank you, rain gods. Now I don't have to water everything, and I can plant more very easily. This is just one blob of crops here. Not super organized. I don't think anything has matured quite yet. Oh, maple seed. Okay. Oh, I didn't need that money at all. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Do some rearranging real quick. Put this here. Put this here. Okay. Should be fine. Are these guys done yet? Nope. Not quite. Okay. I think we'll just head up into the mine, right? Yeah, I do wish I could have played Planet Coaster on the stream. I think that would have been a lot of fun. But yeah, like I said, the PC just can't handle that right now. Apparently it's a little too intense, so I will just be playing that on my own time. Alright. Takes forever to walk up here, but it's worth it. Did we talk about the Oscar movies at all? We might have talked about them a little bit last stream? Can't quite remember. But that's what I have. Okay. But yeah, I don't put too much stock in the Oscars in general. I used to be into it a bit more and trying to predict stuff and watch every single, nominee, at least for Best Picture, and I fell off of it eventually, of course. And I don't have all that much respect for the Oscars as a source of validation for different movies. But it is still kind of fun and just an entertainment kind of way, look up the winners, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't think I'll be watching live. I don't think I even have a way to watch live. And in terms of the show itself, I assume it's back to full-on live show this year. I don't know if they're limiting, how many people can be there for the show. Probably to some extent. But that's definitely a thing. And it's right here in LA, of course, it can be a bit of a mess when it comes to just getting around the city and stuff. It's a lot of traffic, news coverage and stuff. They of course shut down a big part of Hollywood Boulevard, which is not the most important to my normal operations and commute and such, but it is still a bit of a thing. But it's fine. It's fine. I don't get screeners either. I know some people who get the screeners for the Oscar movies, which I think is fun. But yeah, I'm sure most of the nominees are just on the streaming services by this point. I think Nightmare Alley for sure is. I think it's on HBO Max, in fact. So there's that. I could check that one out. I've been meaning to, actually. Oh my gosh, it takes so long to kill these guys. And what else is there? Drive My Car, I think is the one, the Japanese movie that's up for some stuff. I do want to see that. I'm kind of familiar with the director. I think that will be pretty cool. I think it's set in the 90s too. I'm just talking off my memory here, so I have no idea. But I could be down for a 90s period piece, essentially. But what else is there? Yeah. There's Don't Look Up, which I hate. I have no interest in finishing Don't Look Up. I just haven't bothered with that at all. So that's that. And please don't kill. Oh, he's not doing any damage. It's fine. Not much damage. Come on. There's got to be a ladder here somewhere. I can make it to level 5. I can do it. Okay. We only need one more, but we have basically no energy. Okay. I'm not feeling as confident now about this. Should have brought more food to eat. That's on me, I suppose. Okay. Is there a trick to guessing which rocks will have a ladder? Because if there is, I am not aware of it. Look at this. I'm just gonna pass out. I can't do this. What do I do? Is there anything for me to eat? There isn't, is there? That's it. I just gotta. Wow, so close. So close. That stinks. Oh well. That's just how it goes. Bring more food next time, Mike. That's just plan ahead. That's all you gotta do. Okay. All right. What do we got here? Okay. I feel like we got some decent stuff from that little run, though, in the mines. Got some things here. Got some more geodes. Bunch of rocks, for sure. Copper, topaz. Yeah, that's all good stuff. And I should make another chest already. Yep. really sort this in any way. Nah. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, well, that's all my energy. So, that's it for the day. There we go. Cherry bomb. All right. No rain. I love it. Oh. Hello. Yes, I have. I can skip this, right? Yeah, I got it. Thank you. Okay. I don't think I need a well for this run, actually. I have a lot of water sources around here. Nope. Nope. Okay. All right. That's it for our water. Yes, here we are. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Well, I guess I'll just talk. I have no idea if anybody's even in the the stream right now. So I'm just gonna talk almost at random, and yeah. But if it stays pretty lean, I'll probably end, I don't know, within the next 20 or 30 minutes, I suppose. But yeah, I'm just gonna jab for a while. Jab or jabber? I guess jabber. Yeah, it's I've been looking for some new music lately, and that's always a big project. I think for me, it takes some real effort these days to like really, go out of my way to find something that I actually want to. Sorry, I'll leave one of these here for the community center. No, I'll just take it with me. I'll do that then. Yeah, that's fine. So I've been looking for stuff a little bit more actively than usual in terms of new music, and thankfully it's been I've had a pretty good run lately where I just I don't even know what I need for a furnace. Copper ore and stone. Maybe I can do that. And in particular, I don't have enough. I recently came across a video game soundtrack. It's the soundtrack for Guilty Gear Strive, which is the latest Guilty Gear fighting game. I'm not into the games at all, personally. But, can I eat these? Yes, I can. But it came somewhat highly recommended. It's also kind of corny. Like, it's not cutting edge, avant-garde kind of stuff. It's just like very, I don't know, kind of entertaining pop punk most of the time, I guess I would say, on that soundtrack. It's also Japanese artists who I'm not really familiar with at all. So that's an aspect too. But it's certainly very energetic. I can definitely say that for the Guilty Gear Strive soundtrack. And beyond that, yeah, it's just there's a pretty decent variety of genres and styles on that soundtrack. So you'll go from like corny boomer metal to pop punk stuff to just straight up like anime music, basically. And it's pretty good. It's pretty darn good. There's some, I don't know, just some delightful tracks on there. And thankfully, this isn't super common for larger video games, but the soundtrack is just on Spotify, and I assume Apple Music and other music streaming platforms too, which is so great because when you have to go for, to YouTube or something for random people's uploads of video game soundtracks as opposed to getting them straight from the source, it's just kind of a pain, and it's not convenient, and it's not very easy to listen to them when you're out of the house and things like that. So I've been very happy to just kind of engage with that soundtrack. I've been listening to it a whole bunch over the last week or so, I would say. And it's been a great time. So it's not the most like, mind-blowing high quality stuff you'll ever hear, but just for some nice fun listening while you're doing some work or something else, I think the Guilty Gear Strive OST has been great. So that's been one thing lately. And then I think it was just earlier today when I finally listened to... oh, that gets me nothing. Get rid of that. But I can eat these, right? Yeah. Earlier today I listened through the relatively new album from Black Country New Road, who's a group that I was vaguely familiar with from, I don't know, a year or two ago. I listened to some of their singles, but I think this is their debut full-length album, and I think it's called Ants From Up There. Has a very distinctive piece of cover art as well. But that's a great record. Those previous singles were a bit more... I don't know, it sounded a bit more just like art music, a bit more intense. They could also be very heavy in terms of instrumentation and everything. But here on this album, like it's a pretty good variety. It's also a lot gentler in many ways than some of their early tracks. And overall, it's pretty... It still has a decent amount of variety, but... It's really good. It's really good. And this is another one where it's not necessarily mind-blowing. It's not, I would even hesitate to call it like art music. Some people might call them avant-garde. I don't think that really applies to this album in particular. But yeah, it's just pretty darn accessible stuff. And in particular, one of my favorite aspects of the album is just that the dynamic range is very impressive. So, like, in a very basic sense, dynamics in music is just differences in volume, more or less. And it's, a pretty basic tool that a composer or a songwriter can use to achieve different effects, right? And here, the dynamic range is really... I guess after a while it can become kind of repetitive, the switch from like these really beautiful soft sections into just these wild, bombastic breaks and everything. But I think it was really well done overall in terms of just being produced and everything. It also has a very specific sound in terms of instrumentation and production. It feels like a lot of the instruments were just straight up recorded in like a live room kind of setting, as opposed to like a completely dead studio space where you don't hear the room itself. It's also possible that they were recording multiple instruments or parts at the same time, which is not the most common thing in contemporary music production, but it's a really good record. If you're just looking for like some solid, I wouldn't call it easy listening music at all, but I would call it high quality indie sounding stuff, with probably some of the best, or at least some of the most interesting lyrics that I've heard for a good long while. Like I have certain artists that I really go to for heavy lyrical content, and I don't often come across newer artists who are able to deliver that to me, basically. But this stuff, yeah, Black Country New Road, I don't know if it's just the one guy who's writing the lyrics. I don't know if it's the guy who's also doing lead vocals, but whoever's actually writing the lyrics here is doing some really fantastic work, and it's hard to describe just off the cuff in the middle of a live stream. But in the meantime, I guess I'll just say, trust me, like, there's some really fantastic lyrical stuff happening on that record. And I've really been enjoying it, which is just it's a nice surprise. It's pretty rare that I come across, a relatively new group that just feels like they have a fully realized vision, that they have something really interesting to share with the audience. But that's certainly the case here. That's it. They're doing it. They're really doing it, and I respect that a heck of a lot. So those are two albums that I've been really listening to quite a bit over the last few days, especially. And it's been great. I don't know, outside of that, if anybody has any recommendations for newer stuff for me to check out, I'd be happy to do that. But, yeah, as I said earlier, it does take a conscious effort at this point with my schedule and everything, and to really just sit down and be like, oh, I'm going to look for some brand new music, and try to find something that I really like. It takes a lot, and so it's not something that I do incredibly often. Okay. All right. Oh, we got him. We got this guy. Oh, no, I'm not going to get the treasure chest. I don't have the inventory space anyway. Yeah, I guess at this point we should try to save up for that backpack expansion, right? I think this is pretty lean. Not a lot of room to work with. Yeah, case in point. Already stacking stuff up here. I'm glad we got to the wizard's place relatively early, because that can be a bit of a pain in the early game, in my opinion. Just trash. I will throw the trash in the garbage can. Thank you very much. I can do that. Oh, unless I don't have enough copper, which I don't. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll do that later. This. Why did I think horseradish gave me more energy than that? It's really not that much. Yeah. Let's clear some stuff real quick. Okay. Yep. Thank you. Takes so long in the beginning just to chop down a single tree. I guess that's fairly realistic. Oh yeah, and I guess I can talk briefly about just some channel stuff, just like projects that I'm trying to work on in the relatively near future. And yeah, there's actually quite a bit. I'm kind of getting re-energized in terms of wanting to do some videos that aren't just, kind of basic discussions of brand new properties like animated shows and movies and such. I'd really like to get back to doing some slightly more creative stuff, I guess I would call it. Stuff that's a little bit more theory-based, a little bit more freeform. I want to get back to doing the brainstorm videos that I was doing for a while there. And yeah, I feel like I'm on the cusp of getting back into that stuff. So hopefully those are the kinds of things that I can crank out relatively quickly. And yeah, I think that would be a good motivator, because it's been quite a while since I've kind of engaged in that type of videos. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully there will be more of that stuff out relatively soon. I know I've mentioned it 1,001 times, but I am still working on a video about Canadian animation. I'm very excited about that video, but it is long and it's kind of intimidating just to handle all the editing for that. I have all the audio recorded and stuff, but like it's taking so long to just get footage, get everything edited together in a somewhat interesting way. And it's just I'm not even going to be able to edit that whole video in the same like project in the video editor program. I'm going to have to do it all in different pieces and then stitch it together at the very end because it's just way too much. I have a feeling it's going to be at least, like, I don't know, 45 minutes long, maybe up to an hour long, which is definitely on the high end of my stuff. I don't tend to make stuff that's quite that long for runtime. So yeah, it does still exist. It's there. It's still in the works, but yeah, it's a big project for sure. And I kind of got over my head in terms of just the number of like movies and shows that I want to talk about as part of that project. So that's what all that's about. I'm sorry if anybody's been like really looking forward to that one, and I just haven't managed to put it out yet, but it'll happen eventually. I promise. I really do promise. Sell those right away, and then most of these, I'll hang on to a few of those. What do we have here? Okay, yeah, I could go to the mines. Yeah, why not? Let's just go straight up, the most direct path possible. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. 5 parsnips. That'll give us some amount of energy. I think it's what, 25 energy points per parsnip. So that's pretty good. I talked to you before, yep. Okay. Still haven't introduced myself to everybody. That quest tends to drag on. Okay. All right, let's go. Oh, we can do elevator. Yeah, forgot about that. 5. Cool. All right. Hey, there we go. We're cruising now. Got 1 level down. Getting some great rewards here. Is that a crab? It's a crab, isn't it? Nope, it's not. The combat in Stardew leaves something to be desired. Oh yeah, this guy is coming out with a new game, right? The Haunted Chocolatier. I don't know. People are really hyped on that game already, just from that initial trailer. I can't say that I'm there with it yet. That's not quite my view on it so far. But yeah, no, I mean, obviously visually, the game looks so much like Stardew, and a lot of the mechanics feel reminiscent of Stardew also. So like, I don't know, I've found it difficult to get like super excited about that game just based on what we've seen so far. I'm definitely still open to it, and I mean, clearly I'm a pretty big fan of Stardew to begin with, so it wouldn't be the worst thing to get a kind of spiritual successor to Stardew that's in a slightly different, you know, has a slightly different gameplay style or goals or whatever. But then again, like, so much of what I appreciate about Stardew is based around the sense of ownership and the personalization that you put into it. And I think this is something I talked about in that ancient video I did on Littlewood, a game that I never returned to after making that video. But in general, yeah, I really love games that let you go wild in terms of kind of making it your own and expressing your personality in it, through it in some way, I guess is a better way to say that. And Stardew has that in spades, for sure. Like, just the farm, wherever you happen to locate your farm, just the sense of ownership there, and the feeling of like, oh yeah, I'm actually making something, even though it's all completely fake. It's just great. I don't need the slime right now. Yeah, that's fine. But I do want to equip these. Hey, get some defense. Love it. And I just want to look for some slimes to kill real quick. Anyway, so whether or not the Haunted Chocolatier will have that element, I mean, I guess you're running a shop, right? That seems to be a major component of the game. If the shop is the new farm, so to speak, and that's your chance to make something feel like your own, I'd be into that. That's fine. We also kind of had that element in, what is it? Moonlighter was an indie game that really stuck to that, as, you know, a similar premise. You're doing your dungeon crawling, but you're also setting up your shop and trying to set prices and everything for the stuff you gather during the dungeon crawling. That was fine. And there was also that, what's the other? Recettear or Recettear is a really cool Japanese game with basically the same premise where you're just running a shop, you know? But yeah, it could be neat. Could be neat for sure. I'm just not sure whether or not it'll have the same amount of appeal that I feel Stardew does. So that's all. We'll see how it goes when it finally comes out. Whenever, what is it, next year or something? Man, those guys take a long time. How am I doing with the slime count? Only 5, huh? Let's get this guy at least. We're doing fine on health and energy. Oh, uh-oh. Here come the bad guys. Where are they? Oh, boy. It just takes so much time with this clumsy combat. Yeah, we're not doing this. Yeah, we're done. Okay, yeah, and then this might also be my last in-game day here, so once I finish this up, I will probably close down the stream as well. I don't even know if anybody's here. It's not the best for morale when you're streaming to nobody live, but that's all right. That's what happens. Some weeks are very active, and some weeks are just kind of dead, but that's all right. But yeah, this is good. This is nice and relaxing. And hey, I mean, it did accomplish the original goal of just killing some time until I finally get to, play the new FromSoft game. So I'm looking forward to that. Put away all my materials here. That should give us enough to make like 1 copper bar. Oh, we need coal as well. I think we can do 1. Yeah, we just need 5 for that. Cool. Put that away, put that away. So much space goes to the tools. My goodness. Okay. I think I watered everything, right? Yep. Can I harvest these guys yet? I guess not. Just wait for this to be done. That'll be our day in good old Stardew Valley. There it is. Thank you. Oh, I don't get a thing for that? All right. Here we go. Cool. Yeah, I think that's about it. All right. Look at that. Becoming real pros here. Now I can build a sprinkler that I can't use. That's very exciting. Not much money either. Man, really not bringing in the money during this run. Okay. That's it. Shut this down. Exit desktop. Cool. Well, there we are. I think that's about it for today's stream. As usual, thanks to anybody who came out for the stream live. Thanks to anybody chatting with us. Thanks to anybody watching the archive version later on. And honestly, I think that's about it. I don't know if anyone's super invested in this, but I haven't quite decided whether or not I'm going to do any kind of video on Elden Ring. I don't know whether that would be valuable, really. I don't know if I'd have too much to say that would be different from what everyone else is saying about the game, but who knows? who knows? I guess I could potentially, but at the moment, I don't really have big plans to talk about Elden Ring on the channel. So yeah, that's about it for today. Yeah, I hope everybody stays safe. I hope everybody has a lovely weekend. That's about all. Thanks for stopping by.